So again, we are going to try a different attack called kill router, and kill router also appears the array messages by sending one of the most important parameters within the array message called lifetime. And if the attackers manage to send array message with a lifetime set to 0, that means this routing information or this array, it carries information that expire after 0 seconds, which means it's not valid anymore. So if we think that we are using auto configuration relying on array messages to set the default route and other information, uh, the attackers able to send a fake array by setting the lifetime to 0. So the impact of lifetime to 0, the connected devices or the clients or the devices that connected to the same network will lose the connection to other networks. For example, let's go to the client. For example, this client is connected to prefix 2001 db8 colon 100 slash 64, but still it's able to bring a different network in 2001 db8 colon, for example, fff colon colon 1. I think let me check the information, which is db8 fff um, db8 is ff1. Yeah, I think yes. So let's check the routing table right here, and okay, I think we have to reset everything by using the command of here. Okay, let's start from the beginning. So this is the client, and we have this configuration. This is our prefix here, 2001 db8 100 colon slash 64, and also our current routing table showing that this is our default routing table, which is the legitimate routing table, which is the legitimate next hub to reach other networks. And this information is actually received via an array messages that's sent by the router, which means this client is able to go through the router to reach a different network that's not in the same prefix. For example, we are able to reach 2001 db8 colon fff colon colon 1, which is exist in a network beyond the router, which means the default routing table works fine. So let's do the following. We are going to use Kali machine here, which is connected to the same network, but we are going to use it to send the same array that's sent by the legitimate router, but we are going to set the lifetime to 0. So how we are going to do that? We need to collect the legitimate information from the router by using, for example, the command ib-config, for example, or maybe ib6 router show, which means this is the link local of the router. So some few information need to be collected. So this is the correct link local of the router, and the MAC address of the router we can collect it using the command ib space -6 neighbor show. And since this is the link local of the router, that means this is going to be the hardware address or MAC address of the router. Again, if we look at the interface here, we have ETH0. So these are the information that are required to perform that attack. The legitimate link local of the router, the MAC address of the router, and the interface that are adjacent to the same network that the router connected to, and the other devices that connected to as well. So how can we do that? We are going to use this information, and the attack actually is part of the hacker choice IPv6 toolkit, and IPv6 toolkit. It's a fake route. Actually, this is the command. So let me explain the command. This is the tool. and it is part of the Hacker Choice suite, attack suite. And this is the interface where the attackers will going to send the message through, and this is the legitimate link local address of the router, and this is the legitimate MAC address of the router interface. So right now I think I'm able to bring the network smoothly, so the client are able to reach any customer network, but by performing the attack I believe the client won't be able to ping any other network anymore, and that's because uh, the uh, the routing table is updated by setting the lifetime to 0, which means the existing routing table is not valid anymore. So let's check the routing table here. So by using the command ipv6.show, and we can see that routing table is not valid anymore and it is set to 0. If you try it again, to Bing, it won't work. And if you check also the interface, and you will see that everything looks nice, looks pretty normal, but you won't be able to reach the external networks. You will be only remain, your traffic will be remain within the LAN network. So this is a kind of DOS attack that disturbs the local network by not allowing the clients to reach any other networks in the network, any other network beyond the router. Okay, thank you.